I remember the first time I met Shekaramiz, I was interviewing for the wind turbine project, and I remember there was about like 3 or 4 students outside of his door waiting. He was a little late, so there were some students that came a little bit early for their interview, and I remember I was like, dang, this is gonna be really cutthroat, and I was like, went in there, told him all my accolades and everything I've done and all the courses and everything, and I remember he was just so like impressed with like everything, even though my resume wasn't really that impressive for, you know, I think I was a sophomore at the time, but he was like, okay, it sounds like you're really ready. And he went into just talking about the project after like 5 minutes of me talking about myself. And he just seemed really excited about the project and like giving me the overview. So I was like, oh, well, I guess he's ready to hire me. And I think all 4 of those students ended up getting hired. Like he hired and like managed so many students. It was really impressive even for him, like, and he had like several teams and he was constantly in meetings. And my last memory of him, I remember I was really busy, so I didn't have a lot of time for the drone project, and I was working on an anemometer stand. And the one thing that like I remember is no matter how many times I was like late for a deadline or something, he was always like, we'll get it next time. Like he was still like happy when we had like the meeting. He was never like really disappointed. He put like a little pressure on you to make sure you'd get it done next time. But I remember I 3D printed it and I like handed it to him, and he just like smiles and he's like, "You making me proud, Ben." And I just remember like it made me so happy that he was so impressed with it. And my last memory of him is I remember I was just really busy. I'm interning at Wavetronics right now, so going there part-time, doing school full-time, and I remember just walking down the hallway, and there was some confusion with the schedule, because if you look on Wolverine Track, the wrong course pops up for machine learning. I learned this later when he was talking to me. He's like, "Are you taking my machine learning class?" And I was like, "No, I thought that it was in the fall." And he's like, "No, it's offered next semester." So I went and I looked, and he told me it was the course number, whatever it was, and I went and looked it up. And I remember us having that conversation in the just right outside that window that he was constantly basking in the sunlight. And I think it was really meant to be that I had one last memory with him before he passed. I think that's what that was.